All right, we good.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostle, the elder, the great millstone. Peace, blessing, salutations to the host elect. Okay, it's GMS Pittsburgh once again. Coming through the street of Babylon, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. With another camp lesson, man. Lord willing is edifying, all right? Amen.
Everybody move over to the left a little bit.
There's a lot of things going on right now in this world, okay? And what we know is the Most High is coming to visit the world that He made. Okay? Got it, man. Got a picture. Might get you that in Second Ezra. Okay? You know, and the Most High told us in the book of Second Ezra, I believe it is, where brothers was going to get it, and also in Matthew, I believe it's 24, that there were certain signs that we would look for, okay? To know what time we were living in. Brothers got pictures up, go ahead.
I got 9, Second Ezra 9.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made.
Right, so you watch for these different signs so that you know what time that you're living in, okay? And the Most High is visiting this place, okay? You're seeing more and more Jake dropping dead, okay, which Jake is a short for you descendants of Jacob, the so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, all right? And this is who this Bible is for. It's for you, all right? But because of your lack of conforming to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay, for conforming to the world, okay, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is destroying you, man. Okay, because this word is going out on a mass scale. All right, brothers, got more people? I got some more.
Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, so the Most High has set these things forth from the foundation of the earth. All right, that they will come to pass in a certain time. There's a precept on that, isn't there? Where it says that
We have to 24.
not that one, but there's another one too where it says that they all have their set time, and you know, when the one's got to be fulfilled before the next one comes. It's in the Apocrypha. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't think of it.
And you remember it, get it, bro, for sure.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Oh yeah, well now we're going to speak on the uproars of the people and the different natural disasters.
Yeah.
Okay. And we know these things is going to come, man. Okay, especially with the uproars of the people, we already have it happening on a small scale. All right, but it's going to increase, especially with the cost of food and everything going up, man. And the rate of pay is not going up.
Yep.
People are going to freaking lose their minds, man. Okay, and it's right at the door, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 4 and verse 37. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
See, so every different plague, every different phase or age, as you can call it, all has a set time. Okay, at the time when in the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai through the Spirit give the elder apostle Hart different titles to give each so-called new year. Okay, because we know the new year happens actually around the springtime, right? But nevertheless, it still doesn't change the fact that when the new year title's given, things start popping off, conforming with that title that's been given, man. And this year's been coined the hopeful year that all the prophecies will be fulfilled. All right? Last year was the hastening of the coming of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And the word was going out on a mass scale. But now what you see is the digital currency being set up. Okay, different things happening. Food shortages coming. The structure for the family of the word being implemented. Okay, making the man an offender for the word. All these things are being brought out. And bro, we're still in the first month.
Yeah.
What's today? Like the 20th or something like that?
18.
It ain't even the 20th yet, bro.
I got an article.
Go ahead, bro. Oh, you do?
Yeah. This is funny because I already had it pulled up. I was saying, okay, we'll pull that out.
You got some more on there?
Yeah.
You know?
So Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 5, it says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
So they have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works. Okay? So it's plain unto the holy what's happening right now. Okay? It's plain to us that something is changing. Hey, even these even these people in the world, these Edomites and different little peppers and things that had their ear to the ground, even they can see things that's happening.
Yeah.
Forget who I was watching. They were just playing El Yashawama. He was playing a clip and showing different clips from different things that's happening. And Dabu 7 was like, look, shit's about to hit the fan, man.
Yeah.
You know, get ready, because they've been telling you to prepare for a certain period of darkness. They've been telling you these different things. You know, and one of the things he said was, you be a fool to not pay attention, considering that they've been telegraphing their moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what you see is I don't know the ins and outs what happened with this whole Bank of America issue, but you see a lot of people complaining about how they looked at their bank
Their
accounts
money.
and their bank accounts was on zero.
Yep.
Because guess what? At the end of the day, he controls the. Okay, we gotta get it. Let somebody give me. I'm gonna give it back to you,
No,
brother.
no.
Give Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, because we've been telling you about this of how E has the control. Okay, I worked hard for that money. No, that's not your money. You might know the code, bro. E owns everything. Under the section of the code, under his there's an executive order. I forget the number, Salaki on my behalf, but there's an under executive order number. E owns everything, and really when he puts it under what is it called?
Martial
National
law.
emergency or
Yeah,
martial
yeah,
law?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, he could come take it. He could come. Better word. He could come confiscate anything at any given time. If he like for the draft. If he needs your children for the draft to go out to war, you're going.
Yep.
Right? If he needs your food to feed the military or his soldiers, they're taking it. Or your vehicle or your gas or whatever. Your house to be stationed at,
Right.
it belongs to him.
Yep. And you know he played dirty during wartime.
Yeah.
You know, he's known in these different countries that he's occupied for taking women,
Oh,
raping them,
man, bro.
killing people. You have prisoners of war, you have casualties of war.
Yep.
Okay, and don't let you see a lot of, you might have these preppers or something think they safe because they got groundwater, you got a well, you got a spring or something close by your land or whatever where you living self-sufficiently. That nigga can commandeer that shit. Let them find out you got some water. Oh, we need these for the war effort.
Yeah.
And ain't shit you can do about it. It's already written in law. I think it was put into play during Obama.
Yeah.
You know?
And, if I may add this too, when you look at the other world wars, when it came to certain like entertainment things, like the musicians, they weren't allowed to basically make records, all right, and put money into records because all the money was really going into the war effort. You know, even with the food. So you're gonna see that again because people are gonna be shipped over there for the Battle of Armageddon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. So the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yep.
You
Exactly.
see? So it's gonna, hey, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
You know? You're gonna fail. I got
Okay, go ahead.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof is not wearing who is he, but just backing up the bro of, you know, this devil, you know, he's written it into law and he was promised by his forefather Isaac to have the fatness of the earth, man. Okay, and he's doing that by his sword.
Yep.
And one of his swords just so happens to be his law, man. You know?
Yeah.
It says he wet his tongue as a sword.
Yeah.
You see? So he uses that tongue, those draconian law, 2 horns of the lamb, but he spake as a dragon. You see, he uses that draconian law to put you in a bind.
Yeah.
Okay?
You good? You all right, man?
Yeah, you could have went by. It's cool. He put you in a bind. Yep. So, you know, that's how this devil works, man. Okay? He's going to use any aspect he can to, he's weaponized the law, man.
Yep.
The law is so complex, you can't possibly, you know what I'm saying? It's even people in the law that got to go to different court cases and see what rulings happen on the court cases. And even then, there's gray areas where sometimes that court case ruling can apply. Sometimes they got to go to another Supreme Court. It's wicked as hell, bro. You know, where the cops is justified, they can turn off their body cam on your ass, and then they can give a justification.
But
You know,
and I see that all the time with cops and people trying to exercise their rights to being a sovereign citizen and all these different things, and they know the laws ins and out, but the police still
still
they still
violate
have the
your ass.
authority to violate you, bro. That's wicked, man.
Yeah, it is, bro.
That's wicked,
Hey,
bro.
you every time you go, if you people that get into that sovereign citizen shit, I have the right to travel. You're risking your life every
you
time
got
you
chill
do that
with it.
shit.
You got chill with that shit.
You're risking your life.
But I get it. I get why they doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But see, go back to the scriptures. The scriptures already tell us agree with thy adversary quickly.
Yeah.
Because we know he the devil. We know we don't play by the rules.
Yes, I'm not near the man to have power to kill, man.
You know what I'm saying? He don't play by the rules, and he's a fork-tongued devil. So he did all this, right? Not only to the other nations, but to us as well. Let's talk about the natives of this land.
Yeah.
He raped, robbed, pillaged them, took their land,
Yep.
and you think you're gonna be able to exercise your rights? to drive around with no license plate and no registration? You crazy as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous
You
decrees.
see, destruction unto them that write unrighteous decrees. And this is what Esau have done, man. Through his law. How he has manipulated, how he has deceived, how he has destroyed people, nations, heritages behind this law that he has made, bro. Go ahead. And example, Antiochus Epiphanes.
Yeah.
Through his law, through his decree, what he have done to us of not allowing us to keep our law.
The whole point of that was us to basically profane ourselves. man.
Right.
Right? So really, you wanted us to be separated from the Most High.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing almost what you see today, right? Like there's this like YouTube right now. They got guidelines, right, of things you can't speak on, things that is misinformation, things that is just what they say to the people. It's almost like a destructive mindset to teach the people this type of
Hate speech is what they call
hate
it.
speech, or teaches people this type of ideology.
Yeah.
Or mindset. I'll say that word again, mindset, right?
Yeah.
But wait a minute. Bro, you got Jay niggas on YouTube with 40, 50, 100 million views talking bullshit.
Yeah.
They're talking about killing each other, robbing each other, selling drugs, right? Sex, the whole nine.
Yeah, mukbang,
Right?
Moism.
Moism, all these different things collectively is a group of our people and along with other nations teaching a destructive mindset.
Yep.
But here you are to say, you teaching people about health? You teaching people how to live righteously? Oh, strike that shit.
Yeah, we gotta get that out.
Get that out of here, right? But see these are unrighteous decrees that you have made through your different weaponized information of words and things of such that you use at your own benefit.
Yeah. And ultimately, you know what I'm saying, what it ties into, because you talked about Antiochus Epiphanes, it goes back into you understand there's a character profile given in the scripture. The Most High give you the mind of Esau. Let's say the mind of a serial killer, which
Yeah.
Esau is basically a serial killer.
Yeah.
All right? He gives you his characteristics. One of his characteristics is what? I shall be as the Most High.
Yep.
You see, that's what I shall, what does it say? I shall stand on the congregation of the north, right? So what he's put in his mind is that all things are the Most High's, but I'm gonna take these most precious things and essentially all things for myself and put my name on it. What did Antiochus Epiphanes say? He wanted people to be named Antiochus. He wanted to teach in the Greekish fashion and to change them from being Israelites into being Antiochus, which goes back to Psalms 83. Okay, now what is this devil doing in this time? You see, because you got these guys, Nate and them talking about what's the mark of the Most High. He said it's the laws, which that's off. It's the exemption from judgment. It's the faith. Okay, basically, it's been gifted to you. Because faith is a gift, and that's how you save, right? But nevertheless, that's a marker of the identifiers of who belongs to the Most High.
Yeah.
So what he's doing is he's giving you this charagma, this thing etched, okay, which you can liken unto a brand upon the skin of these people who decide to make him their owner. Okay?
Yeah.
He's trying to own you
Yep.
by this new thing he's gonna put in your body as an identifier. Oh, there's one of ours right there.
Yep.
And you will no longer be the Most Highest because you're gonna give your ownership over to this guy.
Yep.
That's spiritually what it is. But anyway, go ahead.
No. Let's tie it in. Finish that, and then y'all will get yours.
Farley said in great dignity here.
Yeah.
I'll start it over. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees
Yeah.
and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yeah, so it was already set in stone. It was already pre-planned. And like the brother was just saying, okay, the unrighteous decree that he's about to do is about to be through his whole new digital MOTB system,
Yep.
right? But it's going to be written in law.
Yep.
It's going to be set in stone where you can't do nothing about it. Just like how he sent you your different bank cards. He says, guess what? This bank card that you have, this credit card or debit card that you have with us, you have 30 days and it will be shut off. And you have to use this new one with the chip.
Yeah, it wasn't no option.
You
They have a choice.
Right. Right. And that's how he's gonna play it with this whole MOTV system. Like you ain't gonna have no option. Go ahead, Daniela.
Because at the end of the day, all the Israelites, we belong unto Yahweh Shemel Shah.
Yeah.
So now this devil, really, he's gonna defile a lot of our people, right? And hey, you're gonna be destroyed for that, as it says in Revelations, chapter 14 and verse 9. Tormented with fire, brimstone, in the presence of the Lamb and the holy angels, right? Because now you've been defiled by this devil, and really you belong to the Lord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab this too.
And after you get your precept, hit that Revelation 13. You got it? Read it. Why you getting that?
This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16.
So that 15.
15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
But who has this power? The brother read Job chapter 9 verse 24. Who is doing this? Who is exercising this? No other than Esau Edom. It's not Japhet, man.
No.
It's not Japhet's not doing this, bro.
Nope.
Right? I work with a so-called Japhetic person. Even when you see Japhetic people, but they be chill, bro. They not really worried about nothing.
No, they chill.
They be cool for real. Like,
Yeah.
if you do come across them,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of them be Jake too.
Yeah, you
But,
got
you know,
that too.
You know,
You know?
but yeah. You can tell a lot of them Jake just because they chill nature. Then they got that pork demon on them too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
They got that pork demon on them heavy. That's a big thing
But
with Jake.
Japhet be chill for real though. You know what I'm saying? Eat, man. Always something with eat.
Yeah. And another way you can know like what this is talking about too. You know, he's doing that today.
Yeah.
Okay? Because they have a certain thing where they call, go ahead, man. They have a certain thing that they call annexing. When you annex a new territory. Okay, and basically what you do is if you take over it, then you put a puppet leader in there. Instead of completely starting a new society, what you do is you put a puppet leader in there. And a lot of times the result is they have it where you can do it in this game called Sid Meier's civilization, or Sid Meier's civilization. But anyway, you can take over a city and annex it instead of knocking it down and making a new city.
Right.
And a lot of times what happens is the people is unhappy because they got a new rulership. But what they do is, this is how he causes the image of the beast to both speak and causes many as will not worship the beast to be put to death, right? He'll go to the land, get rid of or he'll start a propaganda campaign against the leader to justify killing that nigga, right?
Yeah.
And then he'll put a new leader in there that's going to conform with his form of democratic system or whatever that he wants to be done there. All right, but if you don't comply, he just demonize you,
Or
he'll just kill your ass.
Or he'll use that same leader and make him bow down though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just so the people won't, have to conform to the newness of somebody else being in a position.
Yes, that's what I mean by annex.
Yeah.
It'll appear that somebody
Yeah.
of your nation
Yeah.
is in charge, but really secret that nigga's an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Or he's just in the pocket of Edomites. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but what happens is if that doesn't happen, that nation gets demonized,
Oh,
like
yeah.
with Muammar Gaddafi. So that's how he causes the image of the beast to speak in those that don't conform to that democratic two-party system.
Yeah.
They get put to death.
Osama. Or let me say his name. Tim Osman. Yeah. Yeah, that guy he has been demonized to the whole world. But wait a minute. In the 1980s, and it could have been before then, but I know for his 1980s,
That nigga in the CIA.
he works for here.
Yep.
He works for Babylon the Great. Right? A lot of you idiots don't even know this.
You know, that's funny. I was watching the movie for the first time. I remember actually watching it because brothers were talking about, people were talking about it. The movie In Too Deep. It's a nigga movie.
Yeah. I know
But
that.
if you notice in Omar Epps,
Classic.
he got so deep that he started believing what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was undercover and he assumed that role and it took over his whole persona to where he, you know what I'm saying, he could have at any moment I'm like he almost shot that bitch, you know, when he pulled a gun on the cop, you know what I'm saying, or certain things he was talking about. It was like he was really in his mind like, yeah, I can take over this shit. You know, when he was giving the young boy some money, he was like, yeah, I could be the HNIC, huh? The look on his face was like he was really considering that shit, like, I could be the man around this bitch. You know? He was up there beating the shit out the junkies. You know what I'm saying? He was fully assuming that role. Okay? Well, dude in the CIA, he probably got so deep in his role, you know what I'm saying, that they just went ahead and like, yeah, nigga, go over here, We just killed his ass, you know.
Well, you gotta think though, bro. It's creating this partnership together, bro.
Yeah.
And when you got a partnership and you got something going on and it's good, yeah, we keep making it happen until things get shaky.
He might be alive somewhere, man.
You know what
They
I'm
might have
saying?
did that just so they could pull his ass out. He probably somewhere chilling, man.
Until things get shaky, you know what I mean? But
But
Salaki,
anyway, yeah, it's like
I read you was done. Oh, we in Revelation, Salaki. Let me finish this. Or you got a precept to back up.
it's more
Okay.
Revelation.
Revelation 13 and verse 16, it says, and he causeth all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So he says he causeth all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So, how you doing? So this covers everybody, right? No matter what your money status is in the world, you got to subject yourself, right? Or submit yourself. No matter if you poor, you got to submit yourself,
Yep.
right? If you locked up or if you roaming around free, you got to submit yourself.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead. It says to receive a mark in the right hand. So to receive the
word, brother.
receive the, you know what I'm saying?
To-
but
to
you,
receive
but
the
you see what we
cosmos.
gotta go through? You see how childish this is that we have to, you know, we got to supplant, right? Which is going back to our forefather Jacob, Yaiquab. We got to change our wording, all because he wanted to be a scary, he be a scared devil, right? But you brought this upon yourself. You taught us how to read, nigga. This is what you get, right? But it's really the Lord, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But them times where, and this what goes back to you, Jace, to be like, oh, you know, he gave us that Bible. Wait a minute. He was giving us the Bible when we didn't know how to read, and he has already established a doctrine, a plantation of Christianity, a doctrine in our mind where it was like we went with the flow. But if you read, if you watch the movie like Nat Turner, when he woke up and said, wait a minute, you just said, but the Bible say, oh, like somebody lying, and I'm believing the scriptures for you.
Yep.
So this is what you see happening all across the world of a spiritual revolution that was mentioned in Ezekiel 37th chapter. Okay? How we would stand upon our feet as an exceedingly great army. Okay? This is what you're seeing. So now we know how to read. You know? But now that we know how to read and we bringing out all this info, we got to do shit like use words in the different languages. Because you want to get mad and strike our videos because we bringing out the truth. You hurt.
Ultimately, you know, he's really afraid of the fact that the Most High put the Spirit on us.
Yep.
See, not only can we read, but the Holy Spirit is revealing these mysteries.
Right,
Okay?
right.
That's what he's really afraid
Right.
of. We're breaking it down correctly. That's why you never really see GMS on any type of news platform able to really break down the gospel, because so many people would say, oh, wait a minute, somebody's lying here.
Yeah.
Wait, they just said that the nation, that the Israelites is going to look like all nations.
Yep.
You see?
Yeah,
So
and-
wait a minute now.
Yeah,
So it's no longer a black and white thing.
Yeah, because if you had a great Millstone member, not saying they would, but on a platform like Nate
The right
would,
one?
they'd say, hell no, shut that down.
Yeah. Oh,
Get
straight
it,
up.
what?
Cut the live feed.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Live-
you said
cut it.
GMS, cut the feed.
Cut it.
Cut the feed.
You know,
We
because
can have those niggas.
we would have covered the basics of these different things, that the misconceptions of what the world thinks,
Yeah.
of what the Bible is saying.
Yeah.
Right? Or the belief system that they're putting out against us of the BHIs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
We would have covered that, bro. Brother probably would have pulled out their phone, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, look at this brother, look at that brother, look at that brother.
Yeah,
They not black.
Exactly.
You know, they not brown skinned, so to speak.
Yep. Well, he come out and be like, look, Eminem,
Yeah.
he's a Jake. He's an Israelite.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, he's an Israelite.
People be stunned, but the world be stunned.
Yeah, they would.
Stunned.
Okay, so this is not a black and white thing. This is the nation of Israel that's been scattered. So, you know, we were going to it, man, through the Spirit. But the Most High, you know, he's playing. He's a chess master.
Yep.
And he's playing his moves how he want to play it. Man. Okay.
But Salaki, I'll read it over. It says, Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls them all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a karagma. See, you got your stone on, brother. To receive a karagma in their right hand or in their forehead. Yeah, so this is the system that is being established in the planet Earth as we speak. Now going back to Bank of America, right? That could have been okay, yes, it could have been a malfunction somewhere, possibly. But that could also have been a test run. Bank of America is one of the top 5 banking branches in the world? Come on, bro.
You reminded me.
Go ahead, brother.
You reminded me of the fact that anytime you put your money in the bank, you give them full permission
Yes.
to use your funds as they wish.
As they wish, bro.
Not only is they charging your ass a monthly fee if you don't get a certain deposit every month, they can use your money how they can invest your money. And if they go bankrupt, they can get away with that shit.
Yes.
They ain't got to give you a fucking red cent back.
And you know what? This is one of these wicked things that they set up, bro. They'll give you fucking 3 to 4 pages of shit that you have to read in small lettering. Bro, nobody looking at that shit.
Motherfucker be like, man,
Everybody
sorry.
just agree.
I
Everybody
need my
look
account, nigga.
looking to the bottom of the page.
And they
Agree,
make
check mark, and sign.
I get
Right.
the direct deposit, nigga.
They'll have it, if you're doing it digitally, they'll have skip to the end.
Skip to the end, bro. Literally, I guarantee 9 times out of 10 of the people in the world, bro, we all sign our life away.
Bro, you need a lawyer to read that shit for you.
I'm just being, facetious with it, but we all sign our life away.
Oh,
Because we not reading shit.
Arbitrarily, you do here forthwith. You be like, what?
Yeah, they make it long like that on purpose.
On purpose. You trying to get a new app on your phone. I'm not reading all that. Man, taking you I need this app now. I'm not reading 2-3 hours.
Meanwhile, we own your image in perpetuity.
Bro. Yeah, like.
We can, you know what I mean? Even the marital relations between you and your wife can
Crazy, bro.
henceforth be put on Pornhub. You don't even know what the fuck you decide.
Yeah,
You don't know what you decide. Nigga.
But that's-
Like, wait a minute, is that me in the what the
That's
fuck?
real
We have
shit. That's
access
real.
to all your info. Yeah,
Bro, that's
nigga,
real, for real, bro.
Even with your smart TV.
Bro, all of it.
You don't know what the fuck you don't know with the smart TV.
Yeah, when you get your new TV,
Yeah.
and you gotta read, and you just, I'm not
You gotta
reading.
accept, you gotta update the software,
Gotta
hook it to the
read it.
Wi-Fi. Who ain't gonna hook that shit to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'm not reading.
Niggas are trying to watch the free channels on there and shit, you know? And they got the free movie shit. You be like, yeah, nigga. Trying to hook your apps up. Everybody trying to use their phone. You trying to watch your Netflix, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you done sign some shit where them built-in cameras is watching your ass.
Bro, and like, people don't really understand like, they take these things that we saying joking, bro. This shit is, bro, this nigga is another level demon.
Weirdo.
Like, he alright.
You want to be like the Most High.
Yeah.
You know, part of that connected network system is technology, man.
You done with that, right?
Somebody was just on that same video Ellie Yashibama was doing. It was these news people or whatever, alternative media, and they were speaking about how when they was riding in the car, they were speaking about something. And then when they got home later on that evening, they had advertisements for it on their phone.
Oh, yeah.
And it's common knowledge now that that's you. They're listening.
Yes.
Your phone's in the car with you. They're listening.
Yes, absolutely. Even the dude I listen to, the dude, he be going off, but he speak a lot of truth. I give credit where credit's due. Reza Islam.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He'll tell you like we tell you, bro. Like what you just said, bro. If we start talking about, let's talk TVs, like you said.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get on our phone, and advertising gonna pop up with a sale
Yeah.
of a certain TV that we locally just talking
That
about.
we want. Yep.
Or anything, Burger King, anything.
Yeah.
Pizza, a new pizza deal. You know?
Yep.
But go ahead. I don't want to tell you that. Sorry, go ahead.
Revelation 13 and 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, say,
Go ahead, Salakia. How you doing?
and that no man
good.
might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma,
Yeah.
or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
See, so he wants full, right? He wants a full what am I looking for?
Full transparency.
Or full control.
Full control,
Right? Or
yeah.
full, because right now, like you said, he's listening to our phones and through this whole AI system, bro. The AI system is intercepting everything you're saying and almost doing. That's why when you go on your smartphone, you type something, man, it says recommended. Bro, the AI system damn near knows you.
Yeah.
And guess what? People has made it so much easier for the AI system by what? Instagram.
Yeah.
I like this food. I like that food. I want to go to this place. I want to go to this place, that place. This is the type of men I'm into. This is the type of women I'm into. Facebook's the same thing.
Social media is a setup to
It's a
really
setup.
get all your information.
To know you, or how does the you're fine, come on, or of how does the human mind work, right? But instead of people trying to hide their identity, it says, you know what? We're gonna have a system where we're gonna place this karama in them. I'm gonna know your identity. I'm going to know your whereabouts. I'm gonna know your transaction,
I know exactly what you're thinking.
and I'm gonna know everything you're doing.
That was just funny you said that because that's what Elias was talking about. One of the things they're aiming for is they're calling it brain transparency. where they can know your thoughts, and they even where there was wording of to know if you're thinking in the right way. You know, going into a social credit score aspect of things, where they can cut off or freeze different accounts depending on what you say, and even going as far as what you think. And they show you that in different movies. I forget what the movie. I never got the name of it, but the one where they was like, "Are you taking your medicine? Have you been reading? You know, you're not supposed to be reading now. Are you dreaming? You know, like different things like that, where it's like
The Giver.
Is it The Giver?
Yeah, they had to take.
I think I still gotta watch that.
To block them from
from memories.
from different memories. They were just supposed to be monotonous. You know, and if they were prohibited from having emotions.
Yep, exactly.
I forget what that one is. That the same one?
Yeah, that's The Giver.
They weren't supposed to. And if you showed emotion, you became a threat. And they would kill you in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? Most cases, you know, I think it was like only certain, like the niggas who was doing the killing, they kind of was going under the radar a little bit. But even niggas was watching them like, you been taking your medicine, motherfucker? You seem a little emotional today. Am I gonna have to report you? All right, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I think who's the black dude that was in one of them? Was Omar Epps on one of them? I don't know. But anyway, I know somebody was in one of them, and I was like, yeah, he stopped taking this shit too. But nevertheless, man, that's what they moving towards.
You might be.
I think I'm talking about a different movie.
Fahrenheit 450.
I think that's it, because it was dark skinned cat and they just light shit on fire.
Michael B. Jordan.
It wasn't Michael B. Jordan. It was another.
That's who's in 451.
That's who's in that one.
Yeah.
And that's correct. It just shows you how many movies they put this ideology in. Okay, it's in more than one movie. The one of them got Tom Cruise, I think, in it.
Tom Cruise. Total Recall.
Oh, it might be. Total Recall ain't Tom Cruise. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyway,
It might be Mission. There's a bunch of photos.
yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
That's what, and social media, and then like one of the main questions they ask is, what's on your mind? You know?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. How are you feeling? Bro, the world, y'all about to be talking about surprise. We telling you, man. Right? But go ahead. Keep calling us CT people. Keep calling us crazy. Keep calling us, you know, just all these different things. Go ahead.
Equilibrium was actually Christian Bale. An enforcement officer in the future in which feelings and artistic expression are outlawed and citizens take daily injections of powerful psychoactive drugs to suppress their emotions.
There's so many movies like that.
And that's why I said the fact that bro's coming up with all these, and it ain't even the one I'm talking about, shows you that, you know, and that it goes back to what I said about Elder Yashawama's lesson, where he was like, they're telegraphing their moves. They're like looking, they're aiming, cocking back. You know, they're going slow as hell, motherfucker just standing there.
I'm about to hit you with the left hook.
Even with the movie Time with Justin Timberlake,
I was
right?
just thinking about that, bro. That's
Even with that going on Time, bro, like we literally had to work, like you everything was done by time.
Yep.
You know, like
Time was, and it was your lifespan.
it was your life. Yeah.
If they deem you, like if you wasn't contributing to gaining more time, when your time ran out, you just died. Nigga, no matter how old you are.
Bro,
They deem you a useless eater at that point, nigga, you useless. Perish, motherfucker. Even the nigga that was working, the time enforcement nigga didn't even have that much time.
yeah.
That was crazy.
he was giving all the time. Like,
He had to-
he
yeah,
had
he
to-
was-
he had to, like, he was, oh
That
man.
shit was wild, bro. Yeah. Crazy. And you ain't gonna be able to give out. You ain't gonna be able to give out no time. They gonna track everything you do, man.
Yeah.
That's what it was. The carbon thing they were talking about. The carbon.
Carbon footprint.
The carbon footprint. They're gonna be able to track how much
Yes.
you use.
That's
Oh, you've reached your daily quota
Yup.
for travel today.
And it even showing you with different apps. If you got Klarna, it'll show you how much when you start buying things. It'll show you how much CO2 you're using when you're purchasing these different items. It'll tell you. If I look it up on my phone, it'll probably tell me when I buy these different items. It's like, yeah, you use this much amount, but it's just setting it up. It's not putting the limit on it yet. Of whoa, nigga.
And I doubt they got CO2 monitors at every factory for every process. Let's say for the shoe workers, the shoemaking process, right? I doubt they got a CO2 monitor for the plastic melting, for the glue part. You know what I'm saying? How much? They ain't measuring each level. They just giving an idea of how much CO2 is generated. It's all bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Quit cutting down the fucking trees. It won't matter, nigga.
Yeah, right.
Nigga, like you ain't create this shit.
That's why the fir trees is gonna rejoice, bro.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Right.
Trees eat that shit. Damn, nigga, you know how many evergreens and different shit you done cut down that could be eating all that CO2?
Yeah.
You got everybody bunched in one place, you know, and cut down all the trees in the vicinity. Air pollution, nigga. Where the trees at?
Yeah, because we were, and come on, bro. These is basic things that we was taught in elementary school, bro.
Yeah.
Of trees, having trees, bro.
Yeah.
You know, having trees around for the oxygen. Then we starting to grow up. We're like, damn, where all the trees at? Like,
Yep.
you know, we barely see bees,
Oh man.
lightning bugs.
We see more,
You know
we see
what
more
I'm saying?
hornets than bees.
You know?
And hornets don't even really, I don't know what they do. They probably do something to certain species and kill them. But really, hornets don't make honey, dog. So,
You know what? We're gonna have to look. They got a purpose.
I know they got a
surprised
purpose. I
ever
think
watch
they-
y'all one ain't going to that.
I think they,
They do something. I don't know what they do.
I think they get rid of certain, like, other creatures. You know, they're probably predators.
They do something in the ecosystem, but now I want to look it up because I want to know why. That's interesting. Go ahead, y'all. I know you older.
This is Exodus chapter 21 because we just read Revelations 13, 16 to 17, right? So I got this because when you go into the definition of the word of the M-A-R-K, charagma, one of the definitions they put there is a little off, but it is true, right? One of the definitions they have there as a badge
Yeah.
of the sign of the followers of the
Antichrist.
Antichrist,
Uh-huh.
which there are many Antichrists. So really it's talking about these elites, man,
Yeah.
right? Which they are against the Most High. That's what Antichrist means, against Hamashiach,
Yeah.
right? So badge of the followers, man. So really in this, when you make the choice to take that, you are becoming his servant. You're becoming a perpetual slave to him, and you're agreeing to that.
Yeah, that's why the apostles call it the digital all. And the brother's about to read the law on the all, right? Yep.
None. So this is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 1. It says, "Now these are the judgments which I shall set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant," right? Because we, in our law, you can have someone to be a servant of you, right? But you wouldn't treat him like shit, because he's a fellow Israelite, right? But you helping him out in the financial situation.
It tells you that you should not rule over them with rigor, but upon the heathen shalt thou rule over with rigor. Okay, certain things you don't do, but the sons of the heathen, they do that shit. Okay, the Lord had a distinction even then.
And even going back to our law, bro, like when you was to work for somebody, you was working for somebody to
Reach a
officially
certain
after
goal.
7 years to reach a goal to be able to establish yourself. But now when you deal with, and this just real quick, when you deal with in this system where we in now in corporate America, bro, it's not too often where you putting all this work in where you get yourself established to where you can make some decent amount of money. It usually don't work like that too much. You know what I'm saying? Here you got this fucking Edomite, right? You holding the fork down and doing whatever you're doing, and they know you a top dog in there, right? Jake, they put an Edomite in there and they give him a certain amount of money, and he just come in. It's like
He just come in and fuck off.
you're like, yo, like how you just give dude a pay grade, and you see we make this shit right. You the devil, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there was a video of a guy who was working for like Starbucks for like 20 years, never late, never called off. They gave this nigga like a pen,
Disrespectful.
bag, and like a pen, and like a clip for his bag and some shit, and like a coffee.
Disrespectful, bro. But the Lord blessed him though through social media. You're fine.
Go ahead.
The Lord blessed him through social media of people seeing like.
That's
hey,
all they
that
give
man-
you?
No, because they made him a GoFundMe, I think.
It made him a GoFundMe, bro. I think he got what, over 20, 30 bands or something like that. So so the Lord blessed him just through that alone, through the social media era. Like, man, but that just shows you, man, bro. Only this is for Jake. Only people that deserve or true sincerity or humbleness or loyalty is Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai, man? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Right? That's it. Well, the brotherhood, after that. But for these corporations and these people of the world, man, fuck them, man. For real, bro, because they gonna turn their back, man. They gonna treat you like shit anyway.
In other words, don't put your heart in that shit.
Don't, yeah.
You can do, if you want to go, do what you got to do, man, and maintain whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But first and foremost, the only person, and I can say this through experience, the only person on this earth, only people on this earth who's gonna, which they ain't on the earth, where the spirit is. The point is, nobody on this planet, not even your parents, is going to appreciate your efforts as much as the Most High will.
Right.
Your parents will abandon you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, we don't know how the Lord gonna do it amongst the brotherhood. Certain brotherhoods is gonna turn. We don't know how the Lord's gonna have it. No person on this earth is gonna appreciate the effort more than the Most High. I think in the scripture that says what? You give unto a brother, even if you don't give it back, the Most High will give it back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't even like.
That's true.
You gotta really understand that the Most High ultimately is the only one we can really depend on.
Yep.
You know?
And that's the point.
That's the
That's
point.
the point.
Go ahead, brother.
So verse 2, Exodus 21 and verse 2, if thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th year he shall go out free for nothing.
So he gonna be good. He gonna be already well established, just like our forefather Jacob. You know what I'm saying? When he went out, he was good, bro. You know, he wasn't just throwing out there like, make it happen. You good.
Are you video?
Yeah, you're fine.
No wonder.
He wasn't just throwing out there to the wolves of just with nothing. But that's what Esau did with us, with Jake, right? After he took us out of hardcore, rigorous slavery, he said, okay, y'all want to be slaves no more? Get on. To the point where a lot of Jakes went back because they was like, we don't have nothing.
Yeah, sharecropping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what he essentially did was he agreed to give us a certain thing. Then he changed it. He went from it was involuntary slavery, and then it went to like, oh well, now we'll give you higher wages, but the wages wasn't a lot. And sharecropping. I was reading about that too. Like a lot of people went back for a wage, but it was a small wage. It was a real diminished wage.
And it was like, shoot, we might as well go back to where we had a place to live,
Yeah.
you know, a meal to eat.
Yeah.
You got people like that in the world think like that for jail.
Yep, I was gonna say.
They said,
So what they say? Too hot to the
too hot in the
too
cup.
hot to the cup.
Yeah, it's like, because it's like, you know what? I think the one dude just told me, he was like, one dude said he just went back to jail. He said, why would you want to come back? And he said, look, I don't have no responsibility on no man.
Said it's easier.
It's easier.
People say it's easier to be institutionalized than it is. You come out here, you got all these responsibilities and things. And there, you ain't got to. Everybody's taken care of for you.
And when we know what's coming down the pipeline, okay. Woo. Go ahead, Daniel.
You know, but a lot of people is gonna get released from these different prisons too.
Or stuck in.
They're stuck in.
I had a conversation about somebody about that too. If shit just was to hit the fan, bro, you think niggas they gonna be worried about releasing niggas?
Oh.
Niggas is out, the guards is out the door. The warden's gone, the guards gone, bro. You think I'm about to be trying to release somebody?
They ain't gonna hit them buttons.
I'm out.
They gonna be too scared to hit them.
Yeah. I'm out. They might. I mean, I don't know.
They might.
They're going to be out there.
I mean, okay, you may be the people that might be in like the medical wing or something like that and might end up finding a way to get out. But, bro, you locked in, you're not getting out. You're not how you getting out, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be your grave.
That is your grave, bro.
Yeah.
Very good.
The Lord, man, some of these inmates, man.
I mean, now come on, there's different concepts where some might get out, but
Yeah, it might be
a lot of
for the most part.
niggas, you know
Like
what
I
I'm
said,
saying? You in the yard. You in the yard. How you getting back in? You stuck in the yard. You definitely ain't climbing no fucking that fence.
Oh,
The
yeah,
barbed
that's
wire.
a double
Barbed
fence.
wire,
Bro.
yeah.
Double fence. Ain't one fence. They get over the one, you got cut. You got to get over that other one.
Yeah.
The razor wire. Fuck barbed
Bro,
wire.
yeah,
Razor
bro.
wire.
You gonna die before you get over the first fence.
Bleed out.
Yep. All right. This is verse 3. It says, if he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. So even if while he was working for him, he gave him a wife and then he had kids, well, he has to leave the wife and kids. He goes out by himself. This is the law. It says, and if his servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore in his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve his master forever. Right? So he would get a piercing in his ear. Right? As a token that, okay, I'm going to be serving unto this man for the rest of my life.
Yeah. You know the good thing about that is I just thought about that for the first time, right? So say the individual did leave, right? He ain't got to worry about his wife still committing adultery in that time. He ain't got to worry about that. He can still go get another wife and get kids and stuff like that, but his kids is going to be cool. His wife going to be cool. They ain't just going to be out in the world just running around, bro. Like, bro, this is the way, bro. This is established. You know what I'm saying? Because now in this world, your match is racing now. If, you know, your wife gone too long, kids gone too long, it's 12 o'clock, or they at a party, because this is too much shit going on happening around the world. You know what I'm saying? You got crazy niggas like out North Hills, crazy niggas just shooting at the postal workers. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got shit like that actually. Come on. You actually got stuff like that going on. And you got to think our family is out and about. Our family's out and about, but that's some type of shit you got to think about. Right? They at Target. Oh, just shooting at Target. You like, oh shit. They just said they go to Target. Like, you drop everything. You like, what the fuck? You try to make a phone call. Now you panicking. Because that's the type of crazy shit that's happening in the world. You know? But back then it was more, man, everything was in place and everything was being done the way decently. Right. You know? Well, now there was shit happening.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there was shit happening, but this shit, like
it was
this,
more structure.
Yeah,
Because
this
we had certain laws. It was
place.
less of a chance for certain things.
Right.
But things still did, but it was
less of a chance, bro. Now, bro, this
there was a punishment according to the law of Yahweh Shah.
But now, bro, this is GTA.
Yeah, so
Bro, this is GTA, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The world we live in right now is GTA, bro. Real shit. Like, this is crazy.
Right. Now, like the bro was going into, is there some more on that same actually?
That's
it? Okay, I wanted to speak on before you get a precept. So that's essentially what I was saying about Revelation 13, man, about the Chadikman. Okay, you are that all.
Yep.
Okay, is an identifier of that perpetual servitude for saying that you love your master. When you Jakes is gonna say that you take that Chadikman, you're gonna know that MOTB, okay, that C hip. You're gonna say, look, I love Esau.
Yep.
I love this society. I love the beast.
Yep.
I love the way things is going. So to go ahead, you gotta brand me, nigga, brand me. You already got people that go to these different fraternities. They literally get a hot branding iron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In some cases, burn them to their ass.
Yeah.
Or they get that tattoo. Okay, niggas is gonna be with that shit.
Right. Ultimately them. That's ultimately them bowing the knee to the image of Baal.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you're saying that I am his.
Yeah.
I'm his, man.
Yeah,
He's right here.
Yep. And you got people that's going to willfully bow, and then you got people that's going to bow down out of
Fear,
fear,
lack of faith.
you know, lack of faith. People going to bow down. Ooh. People going to bow down just because they're not going to know what to do. You know, they're not going to know what to do, bro. Because America, can somebody get I think it's Isaiah 47. You know, talks about the land of unwalled villages, like basically like it's a place of comfortability. Because or is it Ezekiel 37? 38, you're right. Ezekiel 38, I think 11, right? You gotta think though, America Babylon the Great has really created a place of comfort to the world, right? To the world, bro. That's why when you see these other nations come here, they don't just come here and make money. They come here to be free, to be comfortable, to transgress their ways of their fathers. You know, with no repercussions. You know? But hit your precept, Daniela.
Yeah, because I had these two lined up. Because as you read about the all as basically a sign of servitude, and like the brother was saying, the Apostle Tahar refers to it as the digital all.
Yeah.
Right. This is going to be a sign of servitude unto this devil. Right. Now, when you look at animals, like cattle and cows and different stuff like that, what do they have? They have an all bored through their ear.
Yeah.
They have an earring. And a tag letting you know this is such and such as animal. Right? So same thing. These elites, they consider us what? Goyim.
Yep.
Right? They consider us a cattle, man. Property. And they wanna try to so-called officiate it with their karato. Right?
Well, a lot of animals nowadays, they got devices in them. With the majority of animals, you got devices in them.
They got carotid in them.
Yeah, yeah. And I even seen my cousin said she just did French bulldogs. She said, yeah, your French bulldogs are being prepped and ready. She said, and she gave all the details what's going to be included. You know what I'm saying? And one of them was the carotid.
Yeah.
Right? You know, she said we're going to put this, you know,
Stang.
the stang in them. So yeah, you don't run away, you good.
It's a protection on your investment, man. Esau looks at you as collateral, man.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 9. It says, for the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Right? So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? And also the Israelite foreigners that go back to the seed of Jacob, you belong unto the Lord. So now you taking this charagma, right, this digital all, and basically pledging your allegiance over to these elites. Don't you think the Most High is going to be angry at that?
Right. Yeah, you're giving up because you are not your own. You're bought with a price.
Yeah.
You giving yourself. You don't make the decision to give yourself over to this devil. Yeah, the Lord's gonna be like, fuck you. You wasn't mine to begin with.
So the Lord is like, hey, you belong to me, but you gonna go with him? All right, I'm gonna destroy your ass, man.
Yeah.
You want to be a servant to him? I'm gonna destroy you. You know, Revelations 14 and 9, man.
Right.
It's Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 11. It says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates. To take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited.
Right. So this place is called the city of unwalled villages. Now the scriptures tell us what it says. A man that is not able to rule over his spirit is like a city whose walls are broken down, right?
Yeah.
And that's promoted here, living like a brute beast.
Yeah.
You know, not only does this place dwell carelessly because of the pride of the city, it said because of the pride of the city there shall be trouble. All right, but furthermore, people are living like brute beasts, so they don't have any protection. You know. Go ahead, brother.
It says, which have gotten, and upon the people that are, yeah, you go. It says, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
Yeah, that's all I want to chime in on was the city of unwalled villages. This place is not prepared. You know, there's a lot of things here, okay, where like certain cities that don't prepare for certain natural disasters because it doesn't happen that often. Okay, but they're denying the power that the Lord has to suddenly trouble you. Okay, like the different places in the U.S. that ain't prepared for the ice and snow and stuff like that. Like Texas, man. You know, when all that stuff happened out there. You know, that's crazy. You know,
Pipes breaking. Houses,
people
houses
was dying in
flooding.
their car.
Yeah.
Damn, how much snow y'all get?
Certain brothers, their pipes burst and everything.
That would have been light work here in Pennsylvania because we're more used to it. You know what I'm saying? It happens every year, but they don't have no infrastructure set up for it. You know, they ain't got 2 trucks out there that can do. You know how much money them niggas will make? They going all across Texas just shoveling ice, throwing out salt,
Right.
making bread. You know?
Yeah, that's a usual thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I got this precept right here. Because as he was talking about going to the land of unwalled villages, Americans are some of the most stupidest people on the planet, man. Some of the most careless, right? All these other nations have faced a war and are on their soil and torment, right? Now America's gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. I got this right here, Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, right? So America's been untouched, right? That's gonna change, you know? America.
No, you good, bro. Hey, you know what? You got there's a picture you can get, that's painted in my mind as you speak about this. America's like that prissy little Edomite woman, right?
Yeah.
Who daddy been protecting her. She all them motherfuckers face, you poor bitch, You fucking, you know what I mean? She's cussing motherfuckers out, slapping them. Her dad comes in, don't you touch her. And so she's getting, what's that word? Positive reinforcement for the bullshit that she's doing.
Yep.
And she's getting worse and worse. You fucking poor, you know, just going around just cussing motherfuckers out, throwing drinks in their faces and shit. Because why? She ain't been touched, she still got her virginity. Ain't no man ever humbled her because they afraid of her daddy. But daddy gonna do that. Look, I ain't touching that.
Quick, you that one that's always quick. You know who my dad is?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
that spoiled, pretentious Edomite, you know what I'm saying, whose daddy always comes to the rescue. Ain't never had to go through no adversity.
Yep.
But that day's coming where daddy ain't never gonna save you no more. And somebody gonna catch you out in that corner, and they gonna show you something that you ain't ready to see.
Yep.
That's why I said you should no longer be called a lady.
And a lot of hey, man, a lot of people here in America think, well, yeah, man, they can't fuck with us. We the greatest.
Yep.
This and that. Yeah, one country by themselves can't do it. But take all these other countries that's opposed to you, man.
Yep.
Even the ones that you're in league with, they're gonna come up, they're gonna destroy America, man.
But think about how it feels to, you know, because, you know, the Lord has it where our hearts are not in this place. So we don't look at these, you know, you got Jake. I remember I had a Jake tell me something, because, you know, we had a different situation. Nevertheless, he was complaining about, oh, my neighborhood is looking a certain way now. You know what I'm saying? They're making my neighborhood look dirty. Yeah. Nigga, this ain't your fucking neighborhood. But imagine that you got your heart in a place and another foreign country comes in and leave houses burnt down, leave dead bodies in the street. You're gonna feel violated. They have not experienced that here. They haven't experienced, you know, somebody coming and just leaving shit in a mess. But it's gonna happen. They got a little taste of it to see how they act. And it wasn't even from a foreign entity. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Yeah.
You see?
The twins.
Them twins. Yeah, the twins. You know? Somebody call 911. You know, get the code word. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't speak about that openly either. But that twins, the brother said. You see? So when that happened to the WTC, I don't know if I can say that. I ain't say the whole shit, I don't know. But when that happened, that was their taste of someone's come to our land and done something. Look at the uproar that happened. Wait till motherfuckers is here, man.
Yeah.
They ain't ready for that shit.
Yeah.
I got another precept right here.
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled. America's about to be humbled greatly.
Yeah.
Humbled and destroyed. It says, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Yep.
So when this place is destroyed, all the calamities, all the different plagues that are going to come upon people, upon the earth, all right, all these different things. At the end of the day, you're going to know that it was Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that did it. Why? Because he sent his prophets to tell you. We're telling you right now who's going to do this. And when it comes to pass, you're going to know who the true power is.
You said it back here, brother.
Too. It's Obadiah. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right. So, hey, the pride of these Edomite devils have deceived them, man. They've been drunk and deceived with pride. Okay? They think that their kingdom is not going to go down. Like the scripture says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, man. Right? Oh, your dwelling place is about to be all consumed by fire, man. Right? You're going into slavery. That's why, as we read earlier, sit on the ground, there is no throne.
Yep.
Right? You're about to be taken out of authority.
Sit in the dust.
In
Sit in the dust.
that same chapter, it talks about how they'll be made bare.
Yep.
It said uncover the leg or the thigh. Yeah, because like how the bro was going into the analogy of that girl, that young Edomite prissy woman that hasn't been touched. You know, they finally going to ravish her, man. They going, you know, these other nations going to come in and take over.
Yeah, that nakedness shall be shown.
Yeah, that nakedness shall be shown. So.
And America is being made bare right now.
Yep.
You know, by us exposing it. And them telling on themselves too.
This is Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
You go. You're going to know that the Most High has sent a prophet, man. That what this man was saying is true because it's going to come to pass. You know?
Yep. You know, it's gonna be the nakedness is gonna be uncovered because shameful spewing is becoming upon thy glory for the different things that's being revealed. You know, but also you're gonna get ravished, man.
Yeah, somebody you grabbed that Ezekiel 37? I got it. No, it's not. No. 38. It was 38 and 11.
Okay, I'm good.
Ezekiel 38. No, we ain't read it yet.
I did read it. Ezekiel 38 and 11.
You read it?
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
I'll read it again.
This place is gonna get ravished, man. Thoroughly.
Oh yeah, yeah. So here's one. I'll read it again. Ezekiel 38 and 11, it says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
Yeah.
I will go to them that are at rest."
Yeah, and destruction is going to come to the land of unwalled villages. The destruction is going to come to the place of the land that is at rest. Because when you look at it, a lot of people in American Babylon the Great, they're comfortable. Very comfortable, and they're very comfortable in their pride of, what? You see what's happening over there in Asia or the Philippines? I'd never come here. Right? Oh, look at what's happening in Africa. Sorry for them, but it won't ever come here. Right? Like the riots in France. That won't happen here. You okay? That's what you think, bro. Go ahead.
But then they released the movies like Purge.
Right. Right.
Come on, now that movie was in America. You know, as far as like, you know, the movie being based, it was all in America. So like how the bro was saying, how we've been talking about, the movies is being telegraphed, so you don't think that that's not gonna come upon this place?
Yeah, the lights is gonna go out. Lights is gonna go
Well, they
out.
got so many like. I was playing this game. It's a couple years old too. Like man, it's called the Division.
Oh yeah, the division.
That was old. They got a Division 2 too.
Yeah.
I was playing Division 1.
It's dope.
Bro, there's so many like contaminated areas where you can't enter into. They got little different militias walking
Bro.
around. They got places called dark zones where there's no law. Bro, that shit is. I've been
Dude.
playing it recently. I'm like, yo, this shit. They telling you what they gonna do.
You should have
bro.
told me, because I still
You
get.
been on that joint?
Yeah,
Oh, we
man,
got
the
an
division.
iPhone.
Hey, bro, when you look at the intro of the division, bro, like when it, like you know how when it first come on and they show you like when you first get the game,
Yeah.
bro, it show you, bro. Like, and I think it's based like
Think you in, like,
Chicago,
Manhattan or something.
New York City,
New York,
and
yeah.
all these different things. And you see it, it's called the trailer. It's a trailer.
Yeah, the trailer.
We watched the trailer before it came out. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh. But did you listen? Everybody watch the trailer. Listen to what they say on there. Listen to what they say, and it's like, oh shit. But they know that's what's coming. So when we bring out these different scriptures, matter of fact, somebody gets 2nd Ezra 15. Because guess what? What the brothers talk about, we're going to read it all in 2nd Ezra 15, and that game showed every little bit of detail of what basically 2nd Ezra 15 was going into. You know what I'm saying? Between the purging, the looting,
Yep.
the ravishing, the everything, bro.
Everything. Yep. The lack of bread. You know, the lack. Yo, bro. The what is it? Against the authorities. I forget what it's called. Insurrection.
Insurrection,
Oh my
bro.
God.
And even if you had a group with you, right? So y'all would go around looting, y'all fighting different militia groups,
Yeah.
trying to stay alive,
Flamethrowers
right?
and all type of shit.
Yeah, but then you got other niggas doing the same thing you doing,
And they a threat.
and they.
They a threat, especially when you're in a certain area. When you in the demilitarized zone or like the dark zone, everybody's a threat.
Oh yeah, Dark Zone is terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Terrible. But we're referencing this and we're saying this because this is how Babylon the Great is going to be, man. Like for real, it seems like it's not, but when you start to really think about it, of when people have no food, bro, no food, not knowing how to feed their children, having no place to go, right? Yeah, all right, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter
You
15.
finished 38, right? You finish it?
No. Go back to it.
Yeah, finish that 38, then jump to that. What you got, Daniela?
I got Revelations 13 where it talks about cause the fire to come down out of heaven.
All right, finish it 38 first. And then.
Continuing on in verse 11, it says, I will go to them that are at rest,
Yeah.
that dwell safely,
Uh-huh.
all of them dwelling without walls.
So just the different things that we mentioned, we know American Babylon the Great ain't gonna be safe too much longer, right? You got already cities, and this remember happened last year. Cities, or not cities, different cities that had law enforcement, people of that town that just said, we're done. We don't want to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you a town, right? And let's just say there's maybe collectively maybe 11 officers, right? Like 4 sheriffs, 11 officers to do the patrol, and they all just say, "No, we done. We good." We had cities do this last year, but it's gonna be more as things get worse, right? They're already talking about not responding to certain calls. I mean, we don't have the manpower. We can't respond to that. So I mean,
I think rape was one of them.
Yep.
I think rape was one of them. If it's not a non, if it's like a non, like a lethal or
Yeah,
like
yep.
some shit like that, like
Yep.
niggas ain't dying.
we got
They put your
yeah.
ass in a hold list, nigga.
Yeah, I just got raped.
You gonna put you on hold for 10 to 20 minutes?
Sound alright.
Yeah, right?
Bro.
You ain't dead, bitch. All right. We'll get you checked out in a little bit.
And it sound effed up, but
Dude,
like,
that's-
this is what
That's
it's
the
gonna
reality,
be,
though, yeah.
right? Go ahead.
It says in verse 12, to take a spoil and to take a prey,
Yeah.
to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
Come on, bro. America, Babylon, and Great right there, man. You see, this whole melting pot, right? Where all the nations is being gathered, right? Where all the corruptive and wickedness is taking place, and where people are just comfortable in their pride, chilling, you know? And they rest, thinking nothing's going to take place. Well, all right, we gonna see, right? You want to make a point on that? Go ahead.
This is Revelations 13 and verse 11. It says, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So, that's going into, the 2 opposing parties, right, that seem to be against each other, but really they're working with each other, right?
Yep.
The Democratic and the Republican Party, man. It says, and they write when it says, horns like a lamb, he spake as a dragon. They tell you these sweet things. Oh, we're gonna do this. If I get in office, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna help you out, right? But really, when each of these presidents that get into office, they write in these draconian legislation, things that further take away your freedom, right? Verse 12 it says, he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. This is talking about ancient Rome.
Yep.
Right, all those different philosophies and behaviors. All right, like the Anostrophe, if you will. He basically has this place set up to where that's being reverberated through America, man.
Nobody could stand against their beast, their first beast. The Roman Empire, it was destroyed internally.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was the only way that happened.
Excuse me.
So yeah, so it was taken down back then, but now it's been healed and it's back in full force.
Yep.
Okay, on the earth again, Rome 2.0. See?
Right, America, NATO,
Because you got a bugged out understanding from Christians that there's a man that's called the beast, and he's basically the incarnation of Satan. That's what you get from them movies left behind.
Oh man.
Motherfucker going to what they had a scene, motherfucker go in the conference room and the beast gets shot in the head and he come back up. Then he kill a bunch of people, then he brainwash everybody else. Nobody remembers that this nigga was just the wickedest thing on the planet. Everybody come out like brainwashed except for one dude. Man, this shit bugged out, man. The beast is talking about Rome, okay? Rome was taken down. Rome 2.0 is here, being America, Babylon, the Great. It's back in full force, meaning the deadly wound was healed, okay?
doing
And
all the same things we were doing before.
and even worse.
Go ahead. Verse 13. Here's the point. It says, and he doeth great wonders. Now you really got to think about what nation did this. And that'll let you know, that'll give you a hint to who the beast is.
Just that.
Right? It says, he doeth great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Who was the first nation to do that? America. Right? The atomic bombs. Right? It says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's going through the earth, forcibly making everybody to conform unto democracy, man. Basically backing up what I was saying earlier. Okay, and they show you that, man. They got different little tactics that they use, but ultimately, They got the whole world by the balls, especially these third world countries, where they'll see you in poverty, which is, a lot of times it be orchestrated. Because a lot of times you have countries that have an export. What they'll do is they'll charge you a lot of money to ship the export that's been refined, but they'll make it cheaper to ship out the export in its unrefined state. And a lot of times when it's unrefined, it's more perishable. You know what I'm saying? It's not as worth as much. So they like, look, we're gonna charge you a hell of taxes if you wanna. I think it's called like a tariff. They'll charge hella taxes if you wanna, like, say you got corn, you grow a lot of corn. Say you want to refine it into cornmeal. Well, now cornmeal is almost indestructible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like parched corn, they fed Egypt with parched corn.
Time.
You know what I'm saying? For 7 years. They gathered it during the time of plenty, and it lasted for 7 years because it was dry. It don't go bad. It can't go bad. It's just dry as corn. You know, so that lasts a lot longer. But I imagine they'll charge you a lot more in that state versus the fresh corn ears, which a lot of corn is produced here. But I'm just giving an example, like cocoa.
Yeah.
You know, unrefined cocoa is highly perishable. But when you turn it into cocoa or you turn it into chocolate, the price skyrockets, especially considering on the purity of the chocolate. You know, you see that up there, at different places you go to, different stores, you know. Shit can run up to like $50, $60, $70,
Bro.
$90, $100.
There you go. You start talking them up.
90
There
and
you go.
100.
I see it.
Big
Woo.
ass bars of like pure good chocolate, Godiva, and different brands of chocolate. That shit get expensive, dog.
That's good shit.
You know?
Yup.
But they buy it for cheap from those countries, and then they refine it over here. And so the country that had it, like I was going back into, is orchestrated poverty. The country that had it don't get the money. The
No.
niggas who take it and refine it, they get the money.
Yep.
So then they come to your country and say, well, we see you struggling. Yeah, bitch, because you ain't paying us. You ain't paying us what our whole you ain't paying us what our whole livelihood is worth.
Yeah.
What our whole country does. Our number one export is this.
Yeah.
And you giving us pennies on the fucking dollar.
Yeah.
And then you come up, we see you struggling, dog. Maybe we can give you this little money. You go ahead and,
Nigga
conform to
wicked.
the image of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and implement this democracy. Say no if you want to, nigga. You keep eating that dirt cake sandwich you got over there, dog. Go ahead and chew on that dirt cake. You ain't worry about you living in your doo-doo hut. See?
Yeah, he's all
If they don't kill you.
If they don't
If
kill
they
you.
don't kill you.
Right.
That's what the bro just read.
Oh,
you know?
shit.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, so so I was looking. It's in the same chapter. This is really what I was looking for. Revelation chapter 13, verse 4. It says, "They worshiped the dragon and gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is like unto America? Right? Who is able to make war with him? America's strong in the whole. We can't fight against them.
Yeah.
And with that reputation." Like I read before, making fire come down out of heaven, the different weaponry that America has, right? The different things that they've done to other nations by means of the atomic bombs and different missiles and stuff like that. The American people think, well, we're strong. They can't come up against us, right? Well, the Lord's about to put He's already put power in the hands of these other nations.
Yeah,
Be it
Russia's
nuclear power, man.
Gog, spiritual Gog, and Magog got the missile there to get right through your defense system.
I got precept.
Undetectable.
That's why they call it mutually assured destruction. Go ahead, brother.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, it says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." So just backing up what the brother was saying is, the other nations looked at themselves as, we weak. We can't defend ourselves against this mighty Babylon the Great, this horde that sitteth upon many waters. How are we going to defend ourselves? Right? But through prophecy and how the Lord has set everything up, it says, now let the weak say, I am strong. So now it comes to the point in time of, we are no longer weak. Okay? Now we have a guard unto us, which is Russia, the big beard, right? There has been different trade deals that have been made, even with Babylon the Great. Babylon did trade deals, weapon trade deals with other nations, have given them lots of armory and things of that sort. And if you think that other nations is going to give their armory back that you have supplied them with, you're crazy. right? They ain't no fool like that.
That's why they, what they try to do, they try to have a nuclear, a denuclearization deal with
Yeah.
certain nations.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're producing too much uranium.
Yeah.
Because they know that it's a threat.
Yeah. Yeah, you yeah, you
They got the clamp too. I can just move it up and move it out of there. Move it to the side. We can turn. You know, you know.
All right.
Oh, I forgot the little sticks.
But yeah, damn, what was I saying? I don't really need to see me. I forgot what I was saying though. What was I saying, bro?
I was talking about denuclearization.
Oh, the denuclearization, right? Yeah, because Babylon, what Babylon wants is they want to help. They want to hold the power, so they want to be the only force to have this power to make the moves.
Right.
But when other nations got that too, it's like I gotta watch how I move because it doesn't. Right, if other nations didn't have that certain things that they have, man, America would have been moved on Russia and all these other people. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the Lord got it set up to the spirit where it's like that time is over with.
The playing field's level now.
Yeah, the play. Yep, the play. Yep.
They call it the great equalizer.
That's why I said, "Let the weak say I'm strong."
Yep. So verse 11 it says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about." So even when you go into this, right? The valley of Jehoshaphat, which we know that's going to go on into World War III, Armageddon. You know, a lot of you Christians, you say the Old Testament is done away with. And I'm trying to think in my head, how can you say World War III out of your mouth and then talk about the Old Testament being done away with? How can you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Right? Because if you're saying the Old Testament is done away with, then World War III is done away with. Right?
How can you say he coming with fire and you be throwing away the Old Testament?
Come on,
There's
bro.
a prophecy in the Old Testament.
Yeah. Right. So there's a lot of things that y'all say that has to be questioned. And we have been, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, we have been questioning and examining y'all bullshit for far too long. And now it's for the past, 30 plus years, it's been exposing time. You have been exposed for your weak ass doctrine that you've been teaching. Yep. So verse 13, it says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision." So it's even leading up, letting you know what's about to happen on the day of the Lord, right? But there's other scriptures you got to go to which leads up to the day of the Lord. Okay, you got Jacob's trouble. And we're gonna get into a little bit with 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter, right before World War III pop off. We talked about the MOTB. We know that still got a lot of prophecies that still got to come to play. You know, the MOTB, men of the Lord being dragged up into the gates of the nobles. You know, being persecuted. There's a lot of things that got to take place, but it's not far off. You know, famine of the word. You know.
So we hoping it's all this year, man.
Yeah, for real. You know.
We tired of this place, man.
But even when you look at the what's the word I want to use? What's the scientific word they used? Start with an H. Is the hypothesis? Because right now they have you know how they got the debt clock and things of that sort where they're coming up with all these ideas of like, they're like, oh shit, 2023 is going to be terrible. 2025 is going to be like catastrophic.
Oh,
you know?
I got you.
You know,
Keepers of the house.
yeah, the windows is dark. You know what that one?
Yeah, so for the seeing future, basically the seeing future, the outlook of the seeing future is they're looking at it as terrible.
It's grim.
You know?
Outlook is bleak. Yeah, you know.
They got the doomsday clock.
Yup.
I just read the article.
I think you saw an article of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was real close.
Appreciate
Yep. So I got this right here.
Speak up too, 'cause you
Yeah, the
further
economic
ahead.
condition. Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth,
Yeah.
while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them."
Yeah, you haven't seen the evil days yet. I mean, we in the evil days, but we talking about
The real evil.
the
days.
real evil days when you see things.
In other words, well, it's like
Go, brother.
the wording there is. Read again, brother.
It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not,
Right.
nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them."
See, you can still find pleasure right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The elect is going through things, you know what I'm saying, with a hopefully elect, we're getting purged right now. And so, we have things we can gripe about, and that we have to endure, okay? But nevertheless, you can still find pleasure. You can still get you a drink to take the edge off. You know what I'm saying? You can still go lay with your wife and you can take a hot shower or a cold shower, whatever you want to do, up to you. With soap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Toilet paper.
Moisturize yourself after you get done so you ain't got a dry, flaky skin. You can still do all these things. Okay, you can go find pleasure in having an activity with your children. Certain restrictions that was lifted where you can go back to certain places now. You can go out right now and you ain't got to have your mask on in a lot of places. So, shit, I seen a motherfucker at the hospital with no mask on one day. I was like, damn, niggas is like that.
Yeah,
I would have thought,
I know
motherfuckers
that.
like a few, but I was like, oh shit. Yeah, a lot of people had them on still, but they wasn't getting cussed out or nothing. The police wasn't like, put on your mask or get out. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's still things where you can find pleasure, but there's gonna come a time where all that shit's gonna be out. Okay? The city's gonna be troubled. You're not gonna be able to go see. You're not gonna be able to be traveling like that.
Yep.
You see?
Verse 2, "While the sun or light or moon or stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened."
Those that look out of windows be darkened. That's what the bro was talking about. The different predictions that they have coming for the future, okay, they don't look too good. Okay? Well, the windows represent the future of this place, man. You see? But they looking out the windows and it look dark. You know what I'm saying? You here it is a morning time, right? You trying to see what you gonna do today. You look out the window, no, nigga. You see them clouds and shit, you like, no, we ain't gonna be able to go to the park and fly that kite. Unless we wanna we don't wanna what's the nigga who did the electricity?
Benjamin Franklin.
We don't want to Benjamin Franklin. We don't want to get shot. It's about to be a thunderstorm. It don't look too good for the future of America.
Well, Jake did that, but
I know.
you know,
I'm just.
Esau
That's
stole
what
it.
the
Yeah,
devil
that's
put in
what-
your brain.
Yeah.
When they show you animations of the shit.
Yeah.
Nigga tied a key to a kite. It ran in the fucking rain. We know that wasn't Esau. You know what I'm saying? Even if the nigga looked like an Edomite, it wasn't no Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Nigga took credit for that shit, but I'm just saying that's the picture you get in your brain was that devil did the shit. So that's the easiest way to relate.
Yeah.
But hey, I seen the video the other day while we on that topic, where this nigga thought he was saying some shit. And that's why it sucks that everybody has a fucking opinion nowadays. Motherfucker got on the internet and was like, oh, for those who talk about cultural appropriation, braids were an invention of the Vikings, and Vikings were white. No, they wasn't, nigga. Vikings was shit.
Like, you stupid.
But guess what? The general
Braids is part
consensus.
of our culture, man.
Exactly, but the general consensus is that the Vikings was white. So now he thinks he got a point. You motherfuckers talking about cultural appropriation. But see, with all these braids you niggas is wearing, them was white people.
Yeah.
Who the fuck they wasn't, John? And motherfucker, you got Jake responding to the shit like, is this true? Thousands of views. The scripture says my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. It's something that little that can get your ass.
Yeah.
And have you thinking like, man, maybe he right.
Stumbling.
Maybe we should start accepting Edomites now. We did take that shit, so fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, bro.
So I want to edify on where it says the keepers of the house, because what the brother was mentioning was those who are looking at those debt clocks and stuff like that are the economists.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So the brother got the word for economy.
This is the economy in the online etymology dictionary. it says economy, household management, from Latin o economia. It says household management, thrift, manager, steward, house abode, dwelling, district. Yeah, that's the
Right.
one.
So, hey, in terms of America, right, and you got different economists that they'll use for counsel in these different nations, right? So, economy just basically household management. So, you can consider these different countries as dwelling places, man. You dwell in a house, right? So these economists, they're telling you like it's not looking good. You know, those are the keepers of the house. They're trembling like, oh snap, there's about to be a major economic collapse. You know?
You know how they had different houses like which represented the family, and I guess one good example is like in I think that was Romeo and Juliet, where they had like or somewhere where it was like House Montague, and then there was like House Medicis and Montague or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But we got House Esau. Okay, and the house of Esau is divided.
Right.
See? And the scripture said, house divided cannot stand.
House of Esau, house of Jacob,
Yep.
house of Moab.
Yep.
Yeah, the house of Esau be made stubble.
Yeah. So, you know, and ultimately it's because Esau ultimately wants his house to be, he wants the whole world to be his house.
Yep.
You know, so when you go into that, you know, that's that house. Esau's structure, man. You know?
So it's not looking good, man.
Not looking good. You know, but the Bible said that. The Bible said that this would be like this.
Yep.
You know, the Bible talks about the demise of America, Babylon the Great. See, this is what people don't want to talk about. These preachers ain't talking about this. You know, a lot of Israelites ain't talking about this. They talking about we pushing fear. Yeah, fear needs to be put. The fear of Yahweh Bashim Shai needs to be pushed out in the earth.
Yep.
But people don't fear, right? But that I'm telling you that fear and trembling is coming though.
There's some more here. Verse 4, Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets
Yeah.
when the sound of the grinding is low.
Yeah, grind. Go ahead, brother.
There's a lot of people about to lose their jobs this year.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna replace people with robots.
Yep.
You delivery drivers,
Yep.
right? You're gonna be replaced with a drone.
I seen that.
You know,
I seen
drop
that.
that shit off.
Yep.
Yeah, and what? Amazon is starting they're starting their fleet of drones
Oh, you know what
to
that's
deliver
from?
the stuff.
I saw episode of Family Guy, which I don't watch it that often. But I just so happened to catch it. They got lost. They was being chased by some Blockbuster employees or some bullshit. But anyway, they got saved by a gang of Android drones, Amazon drones. A gang of Amazon drones came and flew them niggas out the forest. And but you know that's just a lot of these shows. You know, like they're predictive. You know what happened was. They was listening to what was happening to them, and that's how they knew where they was at. That's how they knew where they was at to come save them. They show you a lot of stuff. A lot of truth is said in jest, right?
Well, I forget what smartphone it is, right? It talks about when people go hiking, and if you fall, it catches the motions of you falling down a cliff and stuff, and it calls 911 for you
Yep.
if you're injured.
Yeah, they got that in a lot of apps where they call. I forget what it's called. iPhone is exclusively, particularly. They'll ask you for motion tracking.
Yeah.
To better. It's like a lot of apps when you
Called,
do delivery apps.
What is it? Fitness.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'll track how many
Steps you take.
steps you
So
take.
the steps you take, and
And
that's something
it'll tell
violent.
you how if you're going up or if you're going on an incline and decline.
Yep.
Like if you're walking up a hill or going down, it'll tell you how many flights you went down. It's a lot.
No, you good. It'll be easy to know, you know, if you get jostled. So it'll know if you got into an accident, you know, like the bro said. It'll detect you rolling down the hill like, oh, this is unnatural. The only thing we can deduce is that this nigga's rolling down the hill right now. That's when they call
It's called biometrics.
That's when they
right
call
there.
911. You know?
Yeah.
You got more?
Yeah. It says when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. Meaning, you know, you get up in the morning, and the bird's chirping early in the morning. You're getting up to try to go work.
Yeah.
You find out you lost your job.
Yeah, because
Or we laid you off.
right, because coming in the near future, man, like we talked about these different robotic inventions that they have created, to take over a lot of jobs. It's going to be easy.
Yeah.
Let's just say, you go to a drive-thru at a fast food place, right? They don't actually need a person no more. Really, they could just use a robot.
Yeah, you can put the food in the robot arm, and then the motherfucker just turn around and just
Or you could just tell
might
them.
have conveyor belts.
You could just tell them the meal you want and everything, and they just report it back to the employees that can cook it until they do the
They
cooking.
got AI recognition systems. Man.
Yeah.
Shit, AI could be like, oh, no pickles, extra mayo,
Mm-hmm.
mac sauce.
Yeah.
They got the robot grill maker,
Yeah. They
robot
already,
sandwich maker.
they got all that in the works though.
Yeah,
Perfectly.
But
yeah, it should be wrapped clean. They put a bow on it. Yeah,
Right.
it's like, you know,
no, you good. Even besides that though, like the ground is gonna get low
Yeah.
because, bro, the economy
horrible.
it's done.
Yeah, now I got a chance, to see, being in Texas and different things. There's a lot of Issachar out there, and even in Georgia, I experienced this too. Like, what you have is people wake up early and they do what they call catching out. And what they do is a lot of Issachar go out, and some Southern Kingdom, they go out to the Home Depots early. I'm talking about crack of dawn, 5 a.m. And they'll try to catch somebody who's doing some manual labor, maybe doing carpentry or building something, and then you try to get hired for the day. You know?
Yeah.
And they got to be out there. I'm talking about early as shit. They got to be out there. They got to be there at 5 a.m., maybe even early if they want to get that job. Because there's so many people that's looking for that work. And a lot of them, they're illegal immigrants. So they need that under the table, that same day cash. You know what I'm saying? So they go out. So, hey, the rising, what does it say about the birds?
It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird.
Right. Early in the fucking morning to try to go out there and make some money. But what does it say it's going to be, right?
Right. It says, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
What did it say before that, rising up?
It says, and when the sound of the grinding is low,
Yeah.
and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird,
Yeah.
and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right, so it's not going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of out-of-work people. And it don't gonna matter that you woke up early that morning. You're going to be disappointed. Woke up early for nothing. And then what's going to happen? You wake up early and you don't get chosen for a job. Now you just roaming the streets. Then you hungry. You need some money. How you going to feed your family? Shit, that's a lot of time to get into trouble.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and hey, it's gonna get so
I
bad.
got
It's
a
gonna get so
connection.
bad that people are not gonna worry about buying music, man. They don't worry about this and that and this song. Oh yeah.
Laughing, they gonna be thinking about.
Nobody going to go to no fucking concert.
You're gonna be worried about what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna wear?
How to protect myself.
I'm gonna protect myself. You're gonna be worried about surviving, man.
I even thought about, what I'm saying, because I used to think about during apocalyptic times if I had some music to listen to. But it's not really realistic. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfucker can get your ass. You walking down the street, you blocking out all outside noises. Motherfucker, you an easy target. Ding, creep right up behind your ass, nigga, cut your throat, beam you across the head, now you in captivity. Why? Because you want to walk down the street with some fucking AirPods in your ear or something. You jamming to some bullshit.
And you gotta think about it. The internet's not even gonna be working around that time.
You got these motherfuckers to download that shit, you know what I'm saying? Find a way, he found a way to get his shit charged. But nevertheless, that's a dumbass idea.
Right, yeah.
You know? You better be watching your back, nigga.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Motherfucker, you don't let you have something.
You barely gonna be sleeping, let alone want to listen to music.
Motherfuckers is gonna be looking for any opportunity to get a nigga. Hey, brother posted an article, I think it was the Times, or it's one of these like major accredited magazines or news outlets was talking about cannibalism. It was like, do you have a taste for cannibalism? Did you see that post? I've been seeing all type of posts, dog. Brothers be posting shit. And it was like, cannibalism might be coming back, some shit it was saying. I'm like, what the fuck? And at the bottom it said, do you have a taste for cannibalism? Why are they pushing this? Shit, that's even in some of the games, man. Conan, the game I was telling you about. You can harvest the bodies and you can cook the human flesh.
Some of that food that people be eating, man, there's people in there.
Yeah.
So you do got a taste for
They talk about the McDonald's guy,
Yeah, bro. There was even a TV show. Yeah, yup. There was even a TV show recently, bro, it's like guess what you're eating or something like that.
The
Bro,
secret ingredient
the
shit.
bro.
I saw
And
that.
then
It's like,
the
is
cook,
this
he said
that
it's
or human
or is
flesh?
it human flesh? She said it was like shark meat or something like that. It was human flesh.
And it
And
turned out to be human
it was
flesh.
sitting there like, it's not that last one. So he
Maybe
was
human
like,
flesh.
nah, it's human flesh. Like,
That
bro.
nigga looked at him like disgusted.
They was, bro, they was like, I
Like,
can't do this.
like, I gotta
gotta
throw
go.
up.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I gotta throw up. It's like,
It was
bro.
a prank, they say, but you know.
But
Motherfuckers-
that was some,
them motherfuckers was fucking that shit up too.
Yeah, they was, bro, going in.
That's crazy.
So it's like how we was just talking about. Certain things is being conditioned to the people.
Telegraphing them moves.
Yep.
And next thing you know, motherfuckers is gonna be getting ate up.
Second Ezra 15.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, and I'll start at verse 1. It reads, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Yeah, the things that we're saying, what's coming out of the scriptures is the words of prophecy. You see, because these things ain't happening yet on a large scale. Okay, there are different places around the world where things are taking place, but it's not happening on a large scale.
Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right. Cause them to be written in paper, man. All right, because these things are going to come to pass. Scripture tell you in the book of Habakkuk, though they tarry, wait for it, or it shall not tarry, it shall surely come to pass, man. It shall surely speak and not lie, actually, is what it says. Okay, so these things is coming.
So
All right.
Did you just quote it, Habakkuk 2?
Habakkuk 2.
Yup, yeah, the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yep.
Though it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it shall surely come. It will not tarry.
It will not tarry, man. So these things is going to come to pass. Okay, they're faithful and true. You can bet your bottom dollar that these things. You may not be able to put a time frame on it, but you can bet your bottom dollar these things is gonna happen, man.
It's already happened.
Put it all in on your how about Shimmy Yahweh shot. That's gonna happen. How much you want to bet? I'm saying you should, but hey.
Verse 3, it says, Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Yep.
The unbelief. Don't let the unbelief of them trouble you that speak against you. But you got a lot of motherfuckers that don't believe. Talking shit. Cash shit.
Yeah.
Piss you off. You like, you motherfucker, you don't know nothing. You know?
You only have to imagine when we come to the time of Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation, what certain family members going to be saying? You know? So, oh, do it for the kids.
Yep.
You know? What about your wife?
Yep.
Don't you want to work?
Yep.
Don't you want to pay for this and pay for that? How you gonna eat? How you gonna do this?
But you see, they was doing the same thing with, some brothers probably got it here, and all brothers, but even just random people, they was doing that with the juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Demonizing us with the juice.
Yep.
You know?
I had an individual, you know what I'm saying, that was basically, I had to do some things and, had to basically walk with wisdom toward them that are without to receive certain things that the Lord had for us. But, it wasn't easy to get it. Motherfuckers was saying things about what you could be doing carnally to make this and come up and do this. Then right after all that shit they put us through to get this little thing, they shit got cut. Their disability they got cut that they was getting from the military. You see what I'm saying? Right after they was going through all that shit, you know what I'm saying, and trying to put extra hell on us. But you can't win carnally. All right? Put your faith in your how about Shimmy Yahweh shot. These people of the world is gonna lose.
Yep.
Okay? Shit's about to be out. What do you say? The vintage shall fail.
Yep. The vengeance shall
Come
fail.
on, man. You motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to keep relying on this carnality shit. Go ahead.
Verse 4, it says, For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
That's why I mentioned that. The motherfuckers, they say they believe in the Most High, but their heart is far from Him. They're not putting their faith in Him. They're putting their faith in carnality. Then when you come from a spiritual aspect, they got a problem with you. Oh, you just making excuses. No, nigga, the Lord's in control of this shit. Nigga, you expect me? I'm doing everything I can. Sometimes that's how I feel. It's frustrating sometimes, but it's the part of the walk. Sometimes you're doing everything you can on the carnal aspect, but you just gotta wait on the Lord.
Yep.
The Lord got a block there for whatever reason, But you just like, shit, I don't know. I just gotta wait. At this point, Scripture say, make not haste in time of trouble. You be having a thing that you could do in haste, but there's a risk that thing you might do in haste might put you in a worse situation. So sometimes you just gotta be like, all right, Lord, whatever it is, let me see what it is you're trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta do that. Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
That's why all these different things is about to come upon the earth.
Yeah.
That's why it talks about death, famine, right? What else? What all did it say?
The sword, destruction.
The sword, destruction. See, that's why all these different things is going to come upon the planet Earth for the earth's wickedness, right? For the gross darkness that covered the people.
Verse 7, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness,
Yeah.
which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be too long once I, continue to let you go on doing the things that you're doing.
Yep.
You know, and a lot of people think they got a safety net right now, but hey, the Lord's just letting y'all stack up y'all
Iniquity.
y'all debt that y'all gonna eventually have to pay for.
Yeah, Isaiah 30. Then shall this iniquity be unto you as a breach. Okay, the swelling out in the high wall that's going to burst suddenly.
Yeah.
Okay, the Lord going to allow all that flood of sin to rush down. You're going to get the recompense of it, man.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
It's like a pipe ready to burst, man. Okay, when that shit bursts, imagine, they was hosing Jake with the damn fire. Imagine that force of water. Water can be a very strong force. You know, when there's like a dam that bursts out, a flood, like Katrina. You know what I'm saying? Them levees and stuff. Wiping shit away. You know?
Sweeping building.
Or strong ass floods, you know, like them things that bring water. What is it, like tsunamis? They bring the water with them. Oh my god. Water can be very powerful. That's why they got the jet cleaning, where they do the little, they concentrate the water to a jet and they stream and then they clean the concrete. Bro, that dirt be getting ate up off the, it should be looking brand new. Water can destroy. They cut diamonds with water with sand particles in it. Highly pressurized water with sand particles. They use it to cut diamonds. You didn't know that. So water is very strong. Okay, so that breach, you building up in sin upon sin upon sin. And when that bursts, it's gonna sweep you away, man. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, man.
Right.
So keep on, building up the iniquity, man.
Who shall say no evil shall overtake?
And that's the key point, man. Because it ain't like we don't have faults or sin, but you got Jake that's out here speaking in boldness, like, she ain't gonna touch me. I'm cool. Most I got a trick for your ass.
That Romans 1 spirit, bro, that giving them over to that reprobate mind,
Yeah.
taking pleasure in doing all those things that are worthy of death.
Or the one that says, hey man, you've been preaching the same thing. Since the fathers have slept, have things continued as such? Where's the promise of his coming? You see?
What about the year 2000?
Yeah. Motherfucker. Don't worry about it, okay? The scriptures even say some prophecies shall fail, but the Lord is true, man. Okay, that was a time the Lord did that for a reason, man. For it's a sifting process.
Yeah.
You see? Go ahead, brothers.
It says, verse 8, I'll read it, start over again. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, man. Most High is not gonna keep all
gotta
those feet
jump. You gotta jump.
for the
I'll
wickedness
try to
that
see.
Jake is doing.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
for the-
Oh, I'll jump to
that
14.
Esau's doing.
Yeah, so jumping.
Okay.
Yeah. Jumping around.
Verse 14, jumping down, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Yep.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
And look, so what we was talking, so now remember what we was talking about when we talked about the video game, The Division. Okay, remember everything we were just saying. This is almost about it's almost like the Division. You call them people creators,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The developers. are
Developers. Okay, yeah, developers. Red Second Edge 15. It was like, okay, let's put all
Put this
in.
into a video game.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But dystopian societies is
Yeah.
a common thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, Fallout 4 got the same type of almost situation.
What do they call it? Apocalyptic video games.
Yeah.
right? Apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic, yeah.
That's what they call it. Post-apocalyptic or dystopian, America. It's depicted in a lot of different movies and media, man. They know something's coming to this place. They just get it in your mind and get used to it.
Yep.
Okay, and those that accept the programming, there's gonna be a lot of people that is gonna be like, oh, well, they told us it was coming. They're gonna be at peace with the shit. They're gonna be like, we'll take this MOTB. Go ahead, nigga. Put it in me. Oh, well, I ain't got to go around 60 dudes in the trash can? Sure. I'll take my ration sticker.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And swords in their hands. Where there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, it's gonna be rebellion, right? Sedition among men,
Yep.
right? Different militia groups that's gonna be formed together. People are gonna band together, and that's how it's gonna be. You know, it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be like how you see how the SWAT team be, right? When they have SWAT situations, where you're gonna have individual groups like that roaming around the cities, right? On pickup trucks. You probably can't see the one over there, but on pickup trucks. I'm talking about armored pickup trucks, because they're gonna make their own armored pickup trucks.
Yeah.
You know? Or you can almost see, like, you can get an idea of that when you look at the Senate I think it's the Sinaloa, I might be saying it wrong. The cartel of Mexico, how you say it? It's the is it called the Sinaloa cartel? I forget, but the cartel of Mexico, right? How they ride around, bro. Like that's sedition against their government, bro. Like the cartel run shit over there.
Yeah, when they grabbed El Chapo's son?
Yeah,
See
when
that
they grabbed El Chapo's son. Oh my goodness.
Them trucks was
They came-
flying, bro.
The army didn't even want to deal with
But
it.
not only that, they wrecked the city, bro. But that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be norm like that here. You know?
Yep. Yep. If you ever get on division, go to the dark zone. You'll see how it is. Enemies every fucking where. You can't go through there without a motherfucker. You gotta sneak around.
Bro, yeah,
And as soon as they see you, it's on sight.
on site.
They get at your head. They shooting and ask questions later. They want to know what you got in your bag, nigga.
Yeah, what's in that bag?
What's in your bag,
What's in your
nigga?
bag? Yep, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
So now we're still talking about on the division, right? A man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able. So now you got martial law, but I always like to mention with martial law, right? You got to think about contamination zones.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you got to think about like you said, I think I said it last week. I didn't call it a dark zone. I think I said like a red zone,
Yeah.
right? Which is the danger zone.
Yep.
Right? Then we had to talk about different cities. That is how it comes together for us here where we at. Bridges. You don't think these bridges is gonna get blown up? Bro, people are gonna
We're gonna get stuck here.
they're gonna blow these bridges up, bro. I don't know who. I'm just saying it's
Or
what we think
When you
bridges are gonna get blown up.
watch the recent Batman movie with Bane, right? So they filmed that here in Pittsburgh. But what they did is they blew up the bridge so that people couldn't get out, and it was insurrection. The people, the common people made their own government. They was taking the government officials and like forcing them to walk out. They were either killing them or forcing them to walk out on the ice till they died.
Yep.
You know, so they show you that in these different movies. You know, something blow up these bridges. It was the military that did it. Said we got to blow up the bridge because this is too much chaos in here.
there was a movie with Jason Statham. You know he do a lot of them thrillers. You know I like him, bro. He's a good actor. But anyway, there was a movie where they was hitting a jewelry robbery in Florida, and basically they were saying that nobody's ever succeeded before because of all the bridges. Because as soon as they get into high alert, they let all the bridges up, so you can't travel across them, and then the Coast Guard get in the water. So basically, that's all they gotta do, man. All they gotta do is if they want to quarantine an area, let all the bridges up. Put the Coast Guard in the water, let all the bridges up. You're stuck on their landmass. You know, if you live in an area like that, okay? You see, it's easy. Because a lot of bridges can go up. These, I don't think these can.
No, these can't.
These will have to get blown
They gotta
up.
get blown up.
But then you got certain places that where they can go up, So that's how they would do that for them places.
Verse 18, it says, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yep. There's gonna be no pity, man. You a mark. You a target. Yep. Go ahead, man.
Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Sluggish. Verse 21, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord God. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
Yeah, so it's going into that payback, you know, as you have done into his chosen, as you've done to the chosen, the elect of the Israelites. Well, there's a recompense for that. Somebody give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6, right? Because you have this narrative that's being pushed out here of that the Most High does not do payback. No, yes he does, right? The scriptures mention this. Go ahead.
That right hand, that's talking about Yahushua.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read, continue on.
2 Thessalonians real quick.
I got you. This is
Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 1 and 6.
Second Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
And that's what it just said in the book of 2nd Ezra. You know, that recompense, that payback, which is going to come back that you have done to the chosen.
There's a little bit more in here too. It says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels
Right.
in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach.
Same thing as it was talking about in the book of, when you go into the Old Testament, of how he's going to return. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. Bro, the narrative never changed of how the Lord was going to return and what he was going to do when he returned. That did not change, bro. Just because we just jumped to the New Testament. Oh, man. Y'all be trying to play the Most High, man.
And you sit and rest with us. You know, and that's a comfort unto our minds to know that this shit ain't gonna last forever.
Right.
You know, Yahushua's gonna come back and deliver us from this wicked place, man.
Yeah, this is terrible, bro. You know, hey, you know, we imagine what Enoch was feeling. The Lord took Enoch out. He like, look, man, I gotta get you up out of here.
Yeah.
Imagine what was going on back then. He said he didn't want Enoch to be corrupted. You know? Now in this test of time, we gotta, we gotta go through it. You see?
Now we gotta go through the battle and mentally depart from this place.
Yeah.
Rise and depart, for this is not your rest.
Rest, right?
It'll destroy you with a sword of destruction, man. Even something else that they were saying on the little, whatever it was, podcast or whatever Eliyahu Shawamba showcased in his last video, or one of his videos I recently watched. They were saying, she was like, well, look, it was almost like they was reading my mind because I thought about a product and then I had an advertisement for it. She said, but I don't know. It could have been subliminally put in my mind and then they showed me an ad. You see what I'm saying? So you never know what type of shit is going into your psyche, that's being pushed in your mind, Yeah. Just from ingesting certain media, music or whatever, a certain vibration. I want to get it stopped.
No, I didn't. It's low power, so we wrapping up anyway, though.
Yeah. So, what type of vibration? But go ahead. What do y'all got?
Verse 23, it says, the fire is gone forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin, and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord.
Yeah, you see? Destruction to them that sin and not keep the commandments. You see? Man, y'all pushing out this notion of, look, you can do whatever the hell you want. The Lord ain't dealing with that.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and it's a balance because you got these people that always talk about the law, like that's going to be your salvation. No, keeping the law is not going to save you, but breaking the law can get you destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the balance. It's about faith, and we keep the works of the law to the best of our ability. We rehearse the righteous acts.
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 25, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
Yep.
For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him.
See, and there you go. The plagues It's going to come upon the earth. You're not going to be able to run or hide from these plagues that's coming upon the planet Earth. Matter of fact, let's end off with I had the scripture too. 2nd Ezra 9. 2nd Ezra 9, and I think it's verse 6 or 7. Right? Is there one more? Where you at?
Go back.
You know. 2nd Ezra 9.
Talk about where all is like.
Right there. Yep. 6.
Sec-
No. 7.
7.
You got something, y'all?
No, I was going to grab that, but you got it.
7. Yeah.
2nd Ezra 9.
Because we talked about those plagues that these people, the wicked evildoers, are not going to escape from, right? Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith,
Yeah.
whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Now you see the balance of that? See the elect? How they're going to be works and faith, but they're going to be saved from what? The pearls.
Yep.
The plagues. You know? So this is going to be the reward, or a part of the reward of the elect. You see? But the reward for the wicked, y'all gonna get that work. Y'all gonna get that. Y'all gonna feel the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know?
Yep, and it's not going to be an easy path to it.
Nope.
You know, the scriptures say they can sin under them shall be had a reproach and trodden underfoot. So not only, you know, you might think that you winning. We winning out here. We done took the MOTB. I don't know what these niggas talking about. They ain't taking it, man. My baby got to eat, da-da-da. You're going to still be held in reproach and still get trodden underfoot.
Yep.
You still a nigga, okay? You still an Israelite, all right? And ultimately, there's a agenda to wipe you out.
Yep.
So, hey, you can sit unto this devil. Isaiah just quoted, you trust unto this reed,
Broken reed, yeah.
which shall, upon where if a man leaneth shall pierce his hand.
Yep.
All right, and that's what this devil wants to do to you, man. He wants to pierce your hand. Okay, and also figuratively meaning that it's going to do more harm than good.
Yep.
All right? So that's it. Let me close out. So with that, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rakakadash.
Okay? All honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. With that, we want to say shalom.
Shalom.
And the Bible bar.
A Bible ball.